you, Fred.
Ladders rise, the crowd's war cry. Power
That's my fault for leaving sound away.
Next collide,
Thank you, Fred.
fuels the warrior's pride. Revolution X, watching pain ignite. Judging chaos, screaming through the fight. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar.
They're chat shit.
Revolution X craves more. Chairs swing, skulls collide, ropes burn as giants collide. Submission holds, arms snap, twisting fate in a brutal trap. Revolution X, judges of despair. Wrestling's torment, we rip and tear. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more.
Should be good. Everything's booted up. Streamer mode.
Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more.
Count us in, cuzzo. Bum.
What is up, guys? Welcome into the Doobie Den. It is Friday night, so you know what that means. It's another edition of the Rev X Wrestling Review. I'm Buddha Fire. That's MJ Hat. We are Revolution X. And, bro, there is so much to unpack from this week. Man.
Yeah. We had some highs. We had some lows. And it's definitely a well, I would actually call this swinging on both sides of the fence, right? Like
Yeah.
this week is we went really good in one direction and then really bad in another. So it just is what it is. Buddha, how excited are you? And spoilers, guys, spoilers. How excited are you for Sami Zayn, our WWE champion?
What WWE champion?
Oh yeah. Garbage Gill is still with us. Yeah, that's true, Dark Tree. That's true. All right. Just saying. On Monday, spoiler alert, Sami Zayn lost the title. If you don't know, you've been living under a rock, I guess. So, yeah, that high rock. Not that one, not Dwayne. Anyway, Raw started this week from Chicago, Illinois. Oh, I bet that already tells people if you didn't know. They start Raw with a recap of Sami winning the title, and then they show the number one contenders match from last Friday that we talked about on the last episode here. Oh, we were excited, weren't we, Buddha? It was going to be this big heavyweight championship match. It was Sami Zayn taking on Cody Rhodes. Mm-hmm. One-on-one, mano-y-mano on Raw, of all places, for the WWE Championship. Sammy shows up to the arena driving a convertible, holding his title in the air as he's driving down the boulevard. And he's met by Cody Rhodes when he gets out of the car. Sammy says he knows Cody thinks he is going to win the championship back tonight. And he goes into this big spiel about how that's not what was going to happen and Sammy wasn't going to let it happen. And Cody says, well, I just came to wish you good luck. Since you already know everything, you're right, Sammy. I am going to win that title back. Right at that moment, Gunther shows up and blindsides Cody, puts him through a table, right? Via a powerbomb, and then tells Sammy he's coming after him after his fluke title win. He then proceeds to smash Cody's head in Sammy's convertible door. The placement of this blood packet, though.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just gonna. Yeah, it was awful. Great if you didn't catch it. If you didn't see it, fine, right? Yeah. Let's see. Simgay Matt said Sammy was always going to be a transitional champion. Agreed.
Fact.
However, I think 9 days was a little short, and I'll explain why when we get there.
I disagree.
Yeah. Dark Tree says they suck so bad they did Sammy dirty. Well, it depends on what they do with him from here, Dark Tree, and we'll talk about it. Seth Rollins makes his way to the ring. 9 days was garbage. I have opinions. Just wait till we get there. Wait, please. Seth Rollins makes his way to the ring. Crowd is hot with Rollins and says he loves this building. It's the same building that he put a chair in the back of the Shield in, I believe. CM Punk chants are blaring throughout the arena. Not that matters right this minute, but it will later. Rollins says he couldn't care less about Punk because he is not business right now. Business is winning the title, foreshadowing, and continuing to own Roman Reigns. Roman's not there tonight. So that, of course, got a big bunch of massive boos. Boo, 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 boo. Let's see. Says the reason is Roman either didn't think it was relevant for him to show up or the check wasn't big enough. Both probably true. Reigns has always been the chosen one. The Shield debuted as a trio. There was 3 of them, and it was made abundantly clear Roman was going to be the star. He goes into the story about he was a boy and all he ever wanted to do was walk down the ramp and hold a mic and be a WrestleMan. Listen, I'm gonna. This promo that he cut. Can I simplify it?
Sure.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
In this statement, the only thing out of relevance. Forgive me. I know it's a lot, and I know you put time in it. I'm sorry. The only thing of relevance before LA Knight comes out is Roman's never beat him one-on-one. So just saying, there's a lot here. LA who? Yeah. You know who. Jesus. LA Knight interrupts, makes his way out. Knight says, you got to understand, for 2 weeks in a row, he wasn't going to sit there and listen to the same old crap. It's Seth versus Reigns, says Rollins. He says Rollins has a cheat code talking about how great him and Reigns got him a title shot. Knight says the difference between them is one of them doesn't have a title shot. Goes into a brother mockery, calls Rollins an Iron Man, says he's had so many title shots he'll never catch up. If they're going to give themselves flowers, he's going to get his too. He was cut off by the bloodline and cut off by the vision, and now they're trying again, and he's not going to let it happen. Rollins says he doesn't like Knight. I'm sorry. Says Rollins can't stop him, won't stop him, because he must rise. This is a lot.
Yeah.
Rollins asks if he is done. Says, I don't like you, but I respect you. Says Knight is a shining example of what we were just talking about. And his time will come. But right now, he can't worry about him because he's got to get the title back that he never lost. But if he wants to have first dibs on his first title defense, he can have it. Rollins leaves, and then Jimmy Uso shows up behind LA and delivers a beautiful super kick. Uso then leaves through the crowd. Stop right there. Opening segment, Buddha. What are your thoughts here?
It was long. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sorry that I wrote a fucking book, but it was a long promo. Like they could have
Spacing would have helped.
They could have fast forwarded a lot of that, and it would have made it a lot simpler. Like, we didn't have to hear the whole boyhood story about Rollins and wanting to be a WrestleMania star and this, that, and the other. You're right. And we didn't have to hear Knight go on for 15 minutes about his shit either. They could have simplified that down. Left the part where Jimmy Uso kicks the shit out of him, because that was hilarious.
With the LA Knight stuff, right? The things he was saying, the bloodline is the reason that a lot of young talent had trouble getting into WWE.
Oh,
that's not false.
No, it's not.
So, I just think the part of Seth's promo, it was 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
But that by far is the worst part of this show. Everything else, chef's kiss.
Continue on.
Backstage segment with Gunther and Pierce. Pierce asking what the hell is going on and why he's there. And then Nick Aldis comes out in a suit, mind you. This guy on administrative leave there for some reason. We'll get into that. Aldis comes into the picture and they have to separate them. Pierce asks Aldis if he is trying to be on a permanent vacation, and Aldis says he is protecting SmackDown, where Pierce used his ego, and now Cody may be hurt, and it's on Pierce if he is. Fair point.
Oh, yeah.
Fair point.
Oh, yeah.
Why is Adam Pierce... Like, I understand that, but they've already redacted it, right? So what was the point of that?
Just
to get
Chicago,
the title on Raw?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That sounds... Well...
It was a good way to transition CM Punk out of Raw into SmackDown.
I agree. I did turn off sound alerts, Dragon. Sorry about that. I can refund those points after the stream. Anyway. Adam Pearce still serving? Yeah, true. Match number 1 was the Tag Team Championship match. This was the Street Profits taking on the Vision, In Theory, and Braun Breaker. And still breaks my heart to see Braun Breaker relegated back down to the tag division. Before the match, they have an interview with the Vision, and they are asked how much pressure they are under. See what I did there? Pressure. It's getting old. Oh. Thank you, Martop. Appreciate the 5 months, brother. You're a legend, dude. Mord, welcome in. Good to see you. Warzone, what's up? We're just getting started here. This is the first match of the show, right? So Paul Heyman walks up and says, let's bring something back worth our wise man or don't come back at all. Ooh. This moment, I was finally thinking, yes, Paul Heyman's going to be done with the Vision. It's great. He can go on to work with Brock. I see you, Warzone. I see you. Awesome. Match starts with Breaker and Ford. After a little back and forth, Dawkins and Theory get their time to shine. Profits. Say again.
Good to see you, Mord.
Yeah. Profits with the double team blockbuster. 1-2 ooh. Breaker breaks it up. Logan Paul gets caught trying to slide the knuckles into Theory, the brass knuckles. So Logan Paul goes around with a second set, though. Gets them in the ring, right? Breaker gets caught by Dawkins, though. Ford hits the front flip over the ring post to Breaker. The Knucks are laying in the rings. Dawkins picks them up to hit Theory. And then, out of nowhere, Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree's in the ring. And why is she down there? To low blow on Angelo Dawkins, allowing Theory to get the roll-up pin. Theory and win the tag team titles. Theory then has Maxine jump into his arms, and they sit there and they make out in front of the Titantron and shit. Dude, this first match. Go ahead, because I know you've got things to say about Maxine Dupree.
Bro, like, you know, we've been talking about this for months, And this is something that we've actually been discussing for months about where this was going to lead to. And all that got answered. All that got answered on Monday. That was probably the best way to go from straight baby face to straight heel in the matter of 2.5 seconds.
I do think that it's going to help Maxine's career. Let's be honest. How long has she been with Alpha Academy?
2 years? Maybe more?
Yeah. And how many times has she actually gotten to fight besides the Intercontinental run?
That was basically about it. She's usually a squash match, or she's like, I see where you're going with that, and I totally agree.
Maxine, this is a career push for her.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it means she's turning heel, even if it means she's meant to be a evil. I'm just going to use the word evil. It's good for her. So backstage segment with Cody, Adam Pearce, and a doctor. The doctor says he can't sign off on Cody, and so that match is gone. Pearce looks upset as they take Cody away to a local medical facility, aka hospital, for testing, aka MRIs. Backstage segment with the Vision. They're on their way to the car, and Heyman comes up and says, "Well, now that's the first part. At least someone got something done tonight." And then Theory gets a real pep in his step, and he goes, "Thanks." Paul Heyman goes, "No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her." It just is great. Is great. The Vision leaving a vehicle. Alpha Academy come around the corner, come to watch her leave. Simon with the 5 months. Thank you, Simon. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, man. Yeah, so that right there wasn't too awful bad. I like where they're going with it.
Yeah.
We get a backstage segment with the Judgment Day hyping up Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel says tonight she is ripping that title off of Sol Ruca, and it is her night. Honestly, the way they made her look in this promo, I almost believed it for a second.
I did too. But then again,
so they're
dead green, I guess. So I don't think they're going to rip the title off of her yet. I just don't think they have any direction to go with it.
Right. Raquel's going to be a beast when she finally does get to hold it for a while.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Of course, the next match was in fact that match. It was Sol Ruca defending the women's Intercontinental title against Raquel Rodriguez. We get an announcement for the men's Intercontinental Gauntlet announced for this coming Monday, and Penta is interviewed with Ethan Page, and Rusev come up, and Mysterio's on the shelf again. Dragon Lee shows up. Ray should be done at this point. I'm in full agreement with that, but he needs a proper retirement match. Rusev get face to face. True. Rusev gets face to face with Chad Gable. Page and Rusev versus Chad Gable and Dragon Lee tonight in a tag match. And then we cut back to the ring for our actual match that's happening right now. I hate how they do that sometimes. So Raquel is in charge, basically. So gets a little offense in here and there off of counters and gets the crowd going behind her. These two keep going back and forth until Liv and Roxanne come out for shenanigans. Io Sky comes from the crowd and hits a splash on Roxanne and takes care of Liv, which distracts Raquel, allowing Sol to hit the Soul Snatcher for a win. This right here is your classic, nothing's going to change, but let's get as many people involved as we can mechanic.
Agreed.
So, I honestly think that it went really well, but the Io Sky backflip where Raquel's trying to swing at her, that's your picture perfect moment. Let's see here. We get a replay of Oba and Brock. Whoop-de-doo. We need to see Oba and Brock at least one more physical altercation before SummerSlam, please. We get a sneak peek of WWE Unreal. This one's going to be about Cena Breaker and Femi. Interesting.
There's
Paul
more-
Heyman
there's
is
more
in the
to
ring
get
after.
to.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thank you for that.
I'm excited about that.
Thank you for the Lark Taco. Appreciate you, buddy. Paul Heyman's in the ring when we get back from commercial and says his normal spiel. You know, the ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Yeah, Dark Tree
And
definitely.
yeah, I agree. Well, for podcast audience, Dark Tree says Oba versus Brock main event night 1 SummerSlam. Agreed. Oba has inspired Brock Lesnar and has motivated Brock to be the beast again. Brock will destroy Oba inside Hell of a Cell. Oba's music then hits, makes his way to the ring. Oba says, Paul, you talk too much, don't ya? Let me give you a face to talk at least, is what he says to Heyman. Heyman says he will talk. Facts, and the fact is, they are one-on-one. He continues to beef up Brock Lesnar. Heyman says the cell is a Brocktagon. Coin that phrase, why don't you?
Yeah.
Brocktagon. Heyman continues to boost Brock, and he says only one man will leave with their reputation intact. And his name, I was just waiting for somebody in chat, but since nobody's going to do it, is Brock Lesnar. That would have been Madrox's perfect time to shine. Where I lost my place because I did that shit. Oba says Lesnar. Yeah, Oba says Lesnar finally shows up to tell him everything he's got. Oh, what? Heyman says he's not even an advocate anymore. He's a mouthpiece. How can you feed it if you have no head? Oba says he'll defeat Lesnar in his hometown in front of all his friends and family. Tell your client I'll see him in hell. This was a decent promo from Oba Femi. I'm fucking up reading it bad, and I know that.
That's all good.
But Femi is, for being Nigerian, limited English, which is actually really good English for, you know.
Yeah.
He actually does quite well. And to be in the ring with Paul Heyman cutting promos at this stage in his career, like on a regular basis, that's huge.
Yeah, that speaks.
This
volumes.
is an up.
Yeah, it speaks volumes.
Backstage interview with Sami Zayn, and Sami finds out Cody can't compete. With a big old smile on his face, he goes, "Oh, that's too bad. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I was looking forward to defending it, bro." But then he says, so I guess we'll have to figure this all out on Friday. And then Adam Pearce walks up and tells Sami, you will still be defending the title tonight. It is official. Just awful. Oh, you're good. You're good, Yendis. Match number 3 was that tag team match we made earlier in the night with Chad Gable, Dragon Lee taking on Ethan Page and Rusev. This match starts off strong as both teams go back and forth till the faces get the upper hand and send the heels outside the ring. Gable assists Dragon Lee with a belly-to-belly to the outside on the heels as we go into the first commercial break of this match. Speaking of commercial breaks, too many. Back from the commercial, and the heels are working over Gable till Dragon Lee gets the hot tag and goes on the on Operation Offensive Fury. Operation Dragon on page 1-2 ooh, thanks to Rusev. Barely saved it there. Rusev with a little offense before locking in the accolade on Dragon for the win. After the match, the heels continue to attack until Joe Hendry, did somebody say his name? I don't know if anybody said his name. Somebody must have said his name. Joe Hendry comes out to make the save. The numbers game catches up on Henry, and he gets put in the accolade for his treble 2. What did you think about match number 3, Cuzzo?
You know, as bad as I hate to say the numbers game caught up to him, it never showed the luchador and Gable getting, like, Gable tried to get back and help, but it was too much. It was still 2-on-1 there. But as far as the match goes, the match was pretty solid. I think everybody put in their fair share of work here. Dragon Lee, of course, is your high flying fury, and he got to shine throughout the match. But I think the heels taking this win is probably a better booking decision than having the faces win this match.
I can agree with that. I think they needed this win more than the faces did. Chad Gable's right now, he's luchador gold. Okay. Dragon Lee being attached to Chad Gable in that aspect makes him luchador gold. Rusev and Ethan Page need as much momentum as they can get moving forward to this gauntlet match coming up Monday. So I will tell you though, we have not seen hide or hair of people like, who was it? Javon Evans, I think.
Yeah.
He's been off the past month.
Yeah.
So all in all, I thought it was a good match too. But let's be honest, it's not our main event, right? It's not our top guys. So these are your workhorses. These men are supposed to be putting on the good match.
And they
just to be clear, not this time. Raw was good. It was really good. One of the highest ratings I've ever gave, but we'll get there. Backstage interview with Jimmy Uso leaving the arena. He says Knight got his for talking about his family, and Knight starts to come up to confront Jimmy from behind him. But Jacob blindsides LA Knight and tells Big Jim, "Don't worry, I got it." And man, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Interview with Bailey about Lyra, challenges her for a face-to-face meet next week. Let's talk about Lyra and Bailey for a second. Now we've had back-to-back vignettes from both women.
Mm-hmm.
Are you any more excited for the idea of a heel Lyra?
If they book her correctly, it might not be so bad.
Okay.
That's what I worry about, though. Are they going to book her correctly? I tend to agree with Dark True, who said no, not really. I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, it'll be a face-to-face. There'll probably be a brawl. You know, just normal technical things that we watch on a weekly basis. They push this to, I don't know, maybe Saturday night's main event. They need another couple of matches.
Well, remember,
so
I mean, don't forget, we've not only do we have Saturday night's main event, but SummerSlam is a two night affair. Yeah. So we still need a lot of PLE level matches. So there's room on the card. I'll say that. Brock Lesnar will be in Raw next week in Dallas, Texas. Also on that Raw will feature the Intercontinental Gauntlet match, and I believe there's 7 competitors. We get Io versus Roxanne. Roman Reigns will also be at Raw, so both Brock and Roman. That's a lot of star power. Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce backstage segment. Aldis says he has Cody's replacement, and he's in the building. And the only thing he has left to say to Pearce is, "You're welcome." That was a lie. I want to be very clear. When we get to the part, I'm going to say this is where the lie was. Okay? That was a lie. He wasn't in the building. Oh, well, we're almost there. Match number 4, WWE Championship. Sami Zayn comes out to the ring. They let his music play for a solid 3 minutes, right? He's got the belt laid in the ring. He's like, I'm the champ. He doesn't have a mic or anything, but he's dancing with his music, And then stage, and there's this door, and this is where the fucking lie was. There's this door that's outside, and it just goes up, right? It's like garage door. And there stands CM motherfucking Punk.
Yes, sir.
CM Punk is back, baby, Buddha says. He looks like he's been putting in some work in the gym for sure. He has swole. Punk starts with the early offense in this match, making Zayn his bitch, basically. Wow, Buddha. Going into commercial break. Back from break, Zayn has got the upper hand and works over Punk for a good minute. Punk, it goes back and forth. Punk locks in the Anaconda Vice and almost gets Zayn to tap. Sammy, with a quick roll up, almost beats Punk with the same move he beat Cody with. Punk goes for GTS and Zayn counters into one of his own. 1-2, ooh. Zayn goes for a haluva kick, but Punk counters and goes for one of his own. But on top of the haluva kick, hits another GTS, followed by a blue thunder bomb for a 1-2-2. Sammy goes for another haluva kick, but Punk is able to get the upper hand and actually hit this one, followed by a GTS. 3 seconds later, we have a new WWE champion. Hell yes. Buddha, before I read this next statement, thoughts?
Oh, man. Like, honestly and truthfully, soon as I seen it with CM Punk, automatically knew he was winning that title right there. I told my wife, she was sitting there with me, and I was like, babe, CM Punk's winning this title. And she's like, you're kidding. I was like, no. I was like, they're not going to go through this much trouble on a Raw to make that elaborate entrance and everything for him not to win that title. No fucking way possible. And Hat's resetting his mic, or not mic, but camera, I think. And
yeah,
there we go.
That should have fixed it.
It did.
That should have fixed it. Thank you,
Dark
Dark
See
Tree.
your mug.
I mean, it's really exciting, man. I'm really about Punk and everything he's done. However, that being said, Sami Zayn really kind of got done dirty here.
I agree.
And 9 days is the shortest reign of any champion in the last 5 years. Honestly, I'm not surprised, but I like Sami Zayn. Buddha, I know you don't.
No.
Oh, Buddha refreshed his camera.
I like Sami Zayn, but like I said in this next little thing, I just don't see Sami being like, he just don't do it for me as a champion. They had him as the over-gloating champion that thought he was on top of the world, and CM Punk knocked him down to size. That's the way they played that story off.
Yeah, I agree with that. Can we please go back to the days where guys earned their title shots and not just handed to them on a silver platter?
Well, now,
yeah, we should.
I do want to say, okay, just based on what you just said right there, Dark Tree, if you remember the last interview, and I'll touch on it more on SmackDown, in the last interview, CM Punk said that championship opportunities fall out of the sky. He was not wrong. This fell out of the sky. He grabbed it. He took it. Like I said, I'll explain more on SmackDown because he goes into a big-ass spiel about it. But what he said actually held true. And he went from losing the the World Heavyweight Championship to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania to being in a WWE title match the next time he gets in a ring and beating Sami Zayn and becoming a new champion. As far as I know, looking back, as far as I know, nobody in history has ever done that.
Facts. So, honestly, I have to think Buddha that Raw, like in the moment, I was like super hyped, right? I was ecstatic. Punk came back, he won the title. That means we're gonna get Cody versus Punk at SummerSlam. I was ecstatic. I've put some thought into it. I'm still thrilled that Punk beat Sami Zayn. I just feel like Sami Zayn spent a long time trying to claw his way to the top. Because they were in Saudi Arabia, I mean, it's just that simple. Sami Zayn got the dub.
Yep.
So because they were in Chicago, Punk got the dub.
I agree.
You want to go where your pops are going to happen. That part of the business model, I understand. That being said, this episode of Raw was damn near perfect. 100%. It flowed really well. They told a great story from the beginning of the episode to the finish. There was actually a story you could follow if you were following the general managers. That was the point. the GMs are meant to kind of be a surrogate for the audience, right? While still playing a character of their own.
Right.
So I think, and I've thought a lot about it. I know I originally said that I was going to give it a 4.5, but I was going to give it some thought. I'm going to stick with my 4.5 rating, which is the highest I have ever gave anything, period.
And
So
I'm right there in agreement with you. I say 4.5. Like you said, this was a beautifully written show, minus the first segment to finish. Like, we could have done without half of the first segment and been fine. Might have actually even made the star rating a little higher, maybe. But regardless, take out the first segment, and from start there to the finish of the show, beautifully done.
oh yeah, no doubt.
Dark Tree says he's giving it a
I-
4.
Hell yeah, Dark Tree. I'm going to say this.
Mhm.
This week in the news, like, I know Sheamus left the company.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really what I want to touch on. Your camera's blinking, and I don't know why.
My camera.
Um,
I need a new camera.
Is that? Yeah, we'll figure that out. There is. Okay. I have to stay on this path that Sammy got done dirty. I hope they do something with him. A lot of the internet was also outraged this week in our WWE news. Dark Tree says, as far as news goes, I'm pissed at WWE. Well, I'm curious as to the why, Dark Tree.
Two of us.
Which aspect? That being said, while he's putting that in the chat for us, Buddha, you want to take us into SmackDown there, Mr. Blurry Pants?
Absolutely. I've tried. So you're just gonna have to look at me.
Yeah, you're good.
SmackDown recap.
You're fine.
We open
Don't worry
with
about
a
it.
Recap of the title match on Monday between Punk and Zayn. Again, we just told you CM Punk is your new WWE champion. We open with Nick Aldis in the ring, talking about being reinstated as SmackDown GM. Thank God. And he introduces CM Punk. Nick shakes Punk's hand, and actually, he never leaves the ring. He actually just goes and sits in the corner.
Yeah.
Punk says.
Yeah, I've seen that later.
Punk says he misses the audience. Over the past 2.5 months, he's been in negotiations to come to USA Network. It is great to be alive on a Friday night in Oklahoma City as WWE champion. Like the fact that he actually fixed his moniker and made it for the right show. The locker room is filled with people that want what I have. Go ahead.
Dark Tree said the reason he's upset is because of that little girl's passing, and it didn't even get a mention. The one from all the promotional stuff.
No, you're right. Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is how companies are sometimes. Dark Tree. I don't disagree with you, my friend.
Punk says, if you think I have something that belongs to you, come and get it. If you think you have what it takes to beat the best in the world, come wrestling. I will defend this belt with my blood, sweat, and tears, and I will do it all for you. His normal spiel these days. Sami Zayn, I understand how you feel if you want your title shot or a rematch. You definitely deserve it, and I'll give you a shot. Gunther, we're no strangers. If you think you can beat me, come and try, and I know I can beat you. Finn Balor, you and I have worked twice recently, anytime, any place. Says Royce Key's name, says Trick Williams' name, and then Cody Rhodes' music hits. Says Cody admires CM Punk's black eye. They basically do the exact same thing they done 3 months ago. 3 months ago. Cody says, how's your eye? Punk says, you didn't come to ask about my eye. What do you want to talk about? Cody says there are title opportunities that fall from the sky and title opportunities that have been building for years. Punk says, you and me. Cody says, when I was champion and this was mirrored, I said, just say win. And Punk immediately says, win. I love that.
Yeah.
Cody says SummerSlam, puts his hand out, him and Punk shake hands, and Nick Aldis makes it official right there. Your WWE Championship match for SummerSlam in the main event. CM Punk will defend the title against Cody Rhodes.
Okay. First off, Dark Tree. I do remember Connor. I again. Jesus, mine looks fine on my end. What the fuck?
Brother, you're on mine, brother.
100%. I remember Connor.
Sorry about all.
Yeah,
the
I don't know what's
technical
going on.
difficulties,
Yeah, it's been getting bad recently. I do remember Connor Dark Tree. You're not wrong. As far as this whole thing with oh god, that camera thing made me lose my place. What I was going to say, this mirror image of Cody and Punk. That was the point then. It's the point now. We've known that it was supposed to be Cody and Punk at SummerSlam for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Like from what leaked. And then there's also the prediction you made, which kudos to you on that, by the way. But there's something going on, and I'm not sure. I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Anyway, you probably just need to go ahead because I'm seeing issues.
Okay. We get an interview with Jade Cargill and the Baddies. Leads us into match number 1, which was Finn Balor taking on Tama Tonga. They come out these guys come out swinging out the gate. Finn is on a roll until he almost gets tripped up by Tama Tonga. Then we go into commercials. During the break, Tama Tonga ends up getting the upper hand for a good portion. I heard brothers a few times from commentary. Yes, apparently Tama is the older brother of Tala. They did kind of touch on that tonight, which was cool.
That's a retcon.
Balor eventually is able to hit the sling blade. It's a little bit more back and forth after a suicide dive and a coup de grace. Balor picks up the victory. What'd you think about this first match, bro?
This match was actually okay. I thought that, all right, I was still coming down off the hype of the opening segment. I was a little pissed off that there was no Sami Zayn involved, and here we are. Finn Balor's name got mentioned in that last promo, so let's see how he does. Right. That's where my mindset went.
Fair.
So I was excited to see Finn Balor pick up a well-deserved victory here.
Yeah. And it really didn't make Tama look bad either. Like, Tama looked really good in that match, honestly. Let's see. We get an interview with Carmelo Hayes. He cuts a decent promo about Yachty and Trick. We then cut to Truth paying off Fraxium for the World Cup. War Raiders walk up and say they're tired of being looked over and they want to take the titles off of Truth and Priest. They get dismissed, though, by the Usos. Jacob asks about Royce Keys. Damian Priest tells Jacob, yeah, we've seen him. He's here. It was a decent little segment here. Not Punk, but Truth getting caught up in his lies is hilarious. like I don't know where he's at.
The backstage work. The backstage and the promo work was great.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That I got no issue with.
Like
Spoiler.
I said earlier, they make it official to have Punk versus Rhodes at SummerSlam. Cut to Aldis on the phone with Zayn. Zayn asked off. Gunther comes in and demands a title shot at SummerSlam. Tells Aldis that he's got until the end of the night to give him a decision. And Nick Aldis says, I'll take it under consideration. Jimmy and Jacob are in the ring. Jimmy calls out Solo. Royce Keys answers the call, says, you've been bringing up my name, so here I am. I guess you're here to handle family business, huh? Your family business is affecting everyone around here, including me. Big Jim shrugs it off and says, this is OTC business. Jacob says, we're tight, Royce, but keep the OTC name out your mouth. Jimmy says, this don't have anything to do with you. Blood doesn't make you family. Loyalty does, Royce says. For at least 14 years, Jacob has been my brother, and I refuse to let him fall. Big Jim says, you're about to cross the line. Royce steps over the line. Big Jim says, we're about to put a beat on you. And Jacob stops him and says, no, not we, you. And then Jimmy asks for a referee, leading us into match number 2, which was Royce Keys versus Jimmy Uso. This match sucked. It was not good at all. It was botch after botch. Pretty sure Jimmy got hurt after a power slam that didn't land right. It looked like he landed on either the top part of his shoulder, his neck, head, something. Like, it was nasty.
Yeah.
Solo goes to attack Big Jim. Jacob comes running and locks in a talking death grip on Solo. Back in the ring, Big Jim hits a spear for the victory, which I find to be very, very strange. Jacob brings Solo into the ring, gets stopped by Royce, and then who then receives a super kick from Jacob. Big Jim tosses a chair. They put the chair around Solo's neck. Goes for the hip pop, whatever the hell he calls it, against the rope. And he stops just before he hits.
Hip
gets
attack.
down on one knee and tells Solo, Monday you better be on Raw for the family because next time I won't stop. This match was horrid.
Yep. Yeah, the match was absolutely garbage, but I'm going to tell you that little line at the end makes you want to watch Raw on Monday to see if Solo actually shows up or not.
Yeah, definitely. Like, is Solo going to fall in line, or is he going to end up the beat down of the bloodline? Like, honestly, that's that's the question you really ask. Let's see. We get a clip of
Dark Tree says,
"Go ahead."
It was a huge pile of shit in the ring.
We agree. We get a clip of Sami Zayn after Raw that has been all over social media with him going into a profanity-filled tirade. Rightfully so, by the way. We cut to an interview with CM Punk that's interrupted by Plankman and his wife. Candice says he was the real voice of the voiceless, talking about Sami Zayn. As he's leaving, he bumps into Finn Balor. Balor welcomes him to SmackDown. We get a Fatal Influence vignette about the Saturday Night Main Event tag title match, which was actually pretty decent. I actually have a feeling they may actually take the titles this time. I hope, anyway. This leads us into match number 3 of the night, which was Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill. So Jade walks right past Alexa to taunt Charlotte. So Bliss attacks from behind. Does nothing for her, though, as she ends up getting caught trying to do a head scissors takedown. We cut the commercials, and then we're back, and Alexa is the one dominating. Comes to a point where the people on the outside start getting involved on both sides. Bliss receives a pump kick, then Jaded for the dub. Meechin and B-Fab hold back Charlotte while Jade puts Alexa's arm in the chair. Bliss might be out for a little bit. Yes and no. And the only reason I say that is Bliss used to use that
getting
arm
aggravated
thing.
with the cameras.
I see. Bliss used to use that arm thing to her advantage. She would make it look like she was injured, and then she would fucking dominate. So, I don't know. You may be right on that one, but I'm going to say I don't know.
I don't think she actually is hurt. I think she was using her like double jointed self to hyperextend her arm.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, forgive me. This is Jade Cargill too we're talking about, though. So it's very possible that bitch don't know what she doing. Okay?
That's
so reel it back.
All right, we cut to the Trick Williams, Little Yachty. We cut to Trick Williams, who's looking for the title. Little Yachty comes in and surprises him with a fucking furry title. This thing looks god-awful.
Title.
How WWE decided, this was a great idea. Whoever decided that needs to be shot in the fucking ass. That title is horrid looking. What do you think?
I don't like the title at all. I might have to do a test stream later.
Okay. Well, we might do that. Let's go ahead and finish out SmackDown, though, with match number 4, Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams. This was a non-title match. The match started out okay, but the furry title is a huge turnoff. Carmelo was trying to get the momentum and got bitch smacked for his troubles. We come back from commercial, and these guys were actually trying to put on a show, but a lot of the audience had checked out at this point. 2 or 3 times during the match, they showed Ricky Saints in the back watching. Eventually, Carmelo gets the first 48 that looks really good. Carmelo climbs up to the top to hit nothing but net and gets grabbed by Baron Corbin. Corbin drops End of Days on both men, then grabs the U.S. title and throws it at Trick. Oh, man. Baron Corbin being back. Like, that's... it's been in the news for a little bit that he was having contract troubles or negotiations with MLW where he was at. But it looks like he was just trying to make sure he got his way back into WWE.
No, honestly, I like it. It's the one good thing about this show tonight is the return of Baron Corbin.
Oh, I agree.
So, a couple of End of Days later, And both these guys, both of our good mid carders, because they're good mid carders, are laid out instantly. The furry title's an abomination. Baron Corbin saves that, but I'm gonna be honest. I do not have positive things to add at the end of the show. Please continue.
All right, so final segment of the night. Gunther makes his way to the ring, calls out Nick Aldis. Nick comes out and tells Gunther that he's going to give Gunther exactly what he wants. He's going to give him Cody Rhodes. He's going to give him CM Punk. And he's going to give them both together on the same night. When he books Cody Rhodes and CM Punk tagging up to take on Gunther and everybody's favorite person, the last real good guy, Sami Zayn. So Gunther goes off and starts beating the shit out of Aldis. Locks in a sleeper, hits him with a big boot, then locks in a second sleeper. Gunther drops him and leaves, comes back and locks in a third sleeper. Knocks him out with some elbows and then hits a fourth sleeper. Cody's music hits and he throws the jacket off, starts to run to the ring. USA cuts the feed. From what we found out earlier, apparently he came to the ring. They scuffled for a second. They all got split apart and that was the end of it. Just bad timing on cutting off from USA. So I'm going to read this and then you can discuss it. This is the lowest score Hat's ever given at a 1.5. Go ahead.
All right. So reason being, name me 3 good things that happened on this show.
Baron Corbin. Okay, sorry. So I'm just looking through the notes and stuff again. Baron Corbin was definitely one. Gunther locking in, just destroying Nick Aldis. I'm sorry. I thought that was great. So that's 2 for me. And
I'll give you that one.
I don't really think I have a third.
That's my point.
The first match of the night? The only decent match of the night?
Really?
I mean, it's not
the Finn Balor match.
Yeah. That was the only really decent match of the night. So, I mean,
I agree. Best match of the night, 100%. Best match, no doubt. But man, we just came off of a 4.5 Raw, and this is the shit on a sandwich that we're gonna get on Friday. What the fuck, bro?
Well, it's like you said.
Where's Sami Zayn?
The fence. They swung a home run.
Why wasn't Sami Zayn there?
Because he was on a mental break. But I mean, they still involved him. They put him in a they put him in a tag match at Saturday night's main event. So he was still involved.
I'd like to mark this week in history. Okay, both sides of the spectrum here. The highest rating I've ever gave in one show,
and the
coupled with the lowest. Period.
I didn't
4.5 for Raw, 1.5 for SmackDown.
I didn't give this show much more. I did think it had some good points to it. I gave it a 2.5. Honestly and truthfully, there was a lot of mistakes tonight. There was a lot of downfall tonight. But there was a few good things. They didn't make up for all the bad things, but they at least put it kind of on an even playing field. Raw by far had the highest. I've never gave. I think I've gave a few 4.5s, but I have to be really impressed in order to give those 4.5s. And Raw was very impressive. Like we said earlier, take out the first segment and everything from first match on to the end of the show. Mwah, chef's kiss, beautiful. Everything was written right. Everything flowed right. The timing was great for everything, but SmackDown just absolutely killed it this week.
You got it, Gert. You got it, Dragon. That's it. It's just so, for me, it's disheartening. Dark Tree says, I hope to God they pull the plug on NA versus Gunther for SummerSlam. They're not going to, man.
No,
they're not going to. That's going to go on.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. I understand why you want that, but let's let Gunther put Nick on the shelf for a few months so he can take a vacation. Because let's be honest, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah. Vacation
So,
baby.
mhm.
All right, guys.
So 2 things.
Go ahead.
First off,
Mhm.
I was about to do the same thing you were. This is the part of the show where we open up the stage. If anybody would like to come up and voice their opinion, have a conversation, talk about how great Raw was and how shitty SmackDown was, you're more than welcome to! Exclamation point stage. It is also pinned to the top of both sides of the chat. I see that we do have Fred. Fred, if you want to come up, just raise your hand, buddy. I know you don't hardly come on the mic, my friend. That's why I didn't shoot you an invite yet. But if not, too, that's totally fine. We can do text form questions. Doesn't matter. Whatever you guys want.
Yep.
If you have any, if you don't, that's cool too. We'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll wrap things up. So, overall, I'm very, very. I don't like giving low scores. Okay, that's not fun for me. I feel like it's 2 hours of my life wasted. Though this is definitely a SmackDown that when I'm bringing someone new back to watching wrestling.
This is
Fred
definitely
says
not
I'm
me.
speechless. You guys covered it all.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, like okay. For those of you that know or don't know, every Friday night I try to get together in a watch party.
I think we may have just lost Hat, guys.
I've been trying to host SmackDown watching, right?
Yeah.
This week we had like 10 people. After some of the first 2 matches, a few people left. They got bored. I had a guy fall asleep tonight, and he's a regular fan. That should not be happening at all. It shouldn't be happening. That being said, I understand not every show can be a banger too, but come on.
Definitely should have been able to make better than the crap that you did tonight.
In the middle, the Jade Cargill, Alexa Bliss arm thing, that should have never happened. Come on. You want to give Alexa a vacation? Give her a goddamn vacation.
I mean, that's a way to
It's
do
not
it.
going to hurt nothing.
Break the arm, be done with it.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm still on the fence.
Well, I think I'm not seeing any questions tonight. So
yeah, my camera's doing stupid shit again.
Yeah, so I think we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up tonight, guys.
There may be a test stream tonight for some of you, so just pay attention because I got to figure this out.
Another example of AI
creative.
Yes, you're right. But anyway, guys, we want to thank everybody for coming on to watch the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate you as always. We will be live again next Friday night with another edition of the Rev X Wrestling Review that also includes the predictions for Saturday night's main event.
100%.
I'm going to be tired as fuck, I can tell you that now.
Oh, yeah. We got a busy week.
I got a very busy week. But anyway, guys, Hat will be live, I guess, tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hat will be live tomorrow.
Providing I can get this shit fixed.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right?
Yep.
So if you're on my channel and you don't follow Hat, make sure that you do. If you're on Hat's channel and you don't follow me, make sure that you do. It's free to do. We greatly appreciate it. So until next Friday night, guys, I'm Buddha Fire. That's MJ Hat. We are Revolution X, and this has been the Rev X Wrestling Review. We will catch you guys on the flip side. Later. Peace out.